There it is. Recording has started. This is Monday, the 8th of December, and it's Algebra 2 at WSSB, and we are on page, what, 182C?
182C.
In Braille, volume 15, 182C, and we were looking at example 1, second-order determinants. Determinants, they're used to find area polygons. That's one use of them. And so that's why you're learning to do this. It's kind of one of those foundational skills, because then we're going to move forward to another section where it'll come in handy. Determinants of 2 by 2s are pretty darn simple, aren't they? If you look at your matrix, -2, 5, in this example, the first row is -2, 5, and the second row is 6, 8, and they use those long bars to show the determinant. That's one way to show determinant. Or you can write DET before your brackets. That means determinant. When you see those long bars, they want you to give the determinant of the matrix. When it's a 2 by 2, all you have to do is cross multiply is what you're doing, isn't it? Sorta. You're doing your -2 times 8.
A diagonal.
Yep, you're doing diagonal multiplication. And then that's -16. And then 5 times 6 is 30. And what are you doing with those two numbers? Subtract them. Subtract them. -16 minus 30. Okay? And what is -16 minus 30?
-46.
-46. So the determinant of this matrix is -46. All right? Let's try the next one. We have the determinant of the matrix 7, 4, and
-3, 2.
-3, 2. All right, what are you going to multiply?
7, 2, and then 4, -3.
Right, 7 times 2 is
14. 7 minus -12. Or
7 minus not 7, 14.
14
minus a -12.
26.
26, good. All right. So doing determinants 2 by 2s, you can do those all day, and they're not very difficult, are they?
Nope.
All right, we wish they were like that. They get a little messy, but we can still do them. We just have to be really, really careful, don't we? And Miss SS recommended we use something. She said, cut up some strips of paper and have our braillers use this. So,
I thought about,
what else?
I thought about, what if we did wiki sticks?
Or
Stick
wiki.
to the paper.
They stick to the
And then they
paper.
won't move when they touch them.
True. I got to
So
get
one or
some
the other.
wiki.
I've got a bunch.
Do
You
you?
want me to go get them?
Yeah, that'd be great.
What are wiki sticks?
All right.
Wiki sticks.
I've never played with them.
They're like-
You can
They're
use
like a
wiki
little
sticks
bird.
also.
They're like an 80
So,
cheese paradise.
wiki or little strips of paper, and we're going to look at page 183, and it says determinants of 3 by 3 matrices.
Can I try this? Can I,
That's a matrice.
can I see what I can do? Like, without even looking at the example?
It's actually on D182. It's just a page break.
Page break D182. Okay.
Sticky sticks. Oh,
You can wait.
All right.
fine.
The new teacher got
Sticky
wiki
wicks.
sticks.
I don't know. Somebody gave me.
I don't have any
I'll
wiki
be
sticks.
like that.
I have a whole bunch. Somebody came and stole something.
Mm.
No, don't put it up.
Oh, that was me.
Sticky wicks.
Because I got jacked.
I think all you need is 2.
You didn't put sriracha in your food.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Sriracha's amazing.
All right.
Thin salt.
So are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss SS is passing out wiki stick,
Right.
and Brian can
Braille.
use wiki stick.
you can have some for
song,
fun.
you can
Yeah,
use little
you
pieces
do.
of paper, wiki stick, or just your fingers or
Cover
your
up with your
head.
Sticky
Oh, I
wicks.
can't, 'cause I disagree.
Okay.
I love these.
Oh.
Stop
All
playing.
right.
But you can still cover it.
Twisted
All right.
weird shapes.
So the reason why the recommendation is for a wiki stick is it creates a line to draw through your matrix, to put through your matrix, so it identifies the minor. All right? So here we have, it says determinants of 3 by 3 matrices. So keep your wiki sticks in a line, because you're going to need to use them as a line. All right?
Both of them are one
You
of
know,
them.
both of them as a line. You're going to need to use both of them as lines.
It's a parallel line.
Okay? Parallel lines, nice. All right. Determinants of 3 by 3 matrices are called third-order determinants. One method of evaluating third-order determinants is expansion by minors. The minor of an element is the determinant formed when the row and column containing that element are deleted. So the minor of A1, we're going to delete the row A of A1 and the column of A1. So they show that with a line through it. So you're going to use your wiki stick later with an example and put your wiki stick through it so you can determine it, and then that way you can write it down. All right. So notice they put a line through the row A1 and a line through the column A1, and so the minor of A1 is the leftover elements B2, C2, B3, C3. See that? Okay. The next matrix they're trying to find B1. So a line goes through the row containing B1, and a line goes through the column containing B1, and you're left with A2, C2, A3, C3. That's the minor of B1. See that?
ACDC.
ACDC, not quite. All right. Then finally, the minor of C1, you put a line through the row that contains C1, and a line through the column that contains C1, and you're left with A2, B2, A3, B3. Okay? Those are all the minors of each one of those elements. Okay?
Your minors are 2 by 2
And to use expansion by minors with third-order determinants, each member of one row is multiplied by its minor and its position sign, and the results are added together. The position signs alternate between positive and negative, beginning with a positive in the first row, first column. So notice that this matrix shows that it goes positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Or you've got positives on the diagonals. Do you see that?
Oh, sure.
Yeah? All right, so the key concept, third-order determinant. If you have a matrix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, they're going to take the first element, the A1, and multiply it by the determinant of its minor. So that B2, C2, B3, C3. In this case, it's E, F, H, I, right? Then you're going to subtract your B1 element times the determinant of the minor of B1. Just listen for a minute. Just listen. And then you're going to add the C1 multiplied times the determinant of the minor of C1, so D, E, G, H. Right? So you got to do a lot of really careful writing out of what's left. This is not hard math. It's not hard computation, but it is tedious, isn't it? To make sure that we are very careful to write out exactly what we're going to multiply, our scalar times our determinant, what our determinant's going to be, that minor of that scalar element, whether we're going to add it or subtract it, if we've got positives and negatives going on, all right? This is not a speed contest to do these at all. Working with matrices by hand is not about speed. It's about being very careful. Detail-orientated. That's why computer programmers are detail-orientated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's matrix land. All right. So let's do example 2. You don't need to rewrite your determinant of your matrix, your 3 by 3 here, but you do need to write out what you're going to do, right? So, but this is where you can use your wiki stick to figure out what you're going to need. So find your determinant of your matrix. It starts with a row 2, 7, negative 3. You find that?
No.
It's down at the very bottom of page A183.
It's actually on the top of the.
Oh, sorry, on the top of B. Okay.
I can't find it.
Sorry, turn the page.
I found it down there.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, yeah.
These
Yours
wiki
is
sticks are
down
too
there.
large, though. They'll cover the entire matrix.
Alright. Oh, it's also up here, isn't it?
You want it to cover the whole world. You don't care about it.
Is it a little
It's
easier?
so long.
Okay. All right. so put your wiki stick over your first row. Just lay it across the first row. Just stick it across that first row. That gets rid of that first row. Now take your other wiki stick and lay it down the first column. Just stick it in like you're marking out the first column. So what do you have left?
5, negative 4, 9, 0.
So you're going to write your first element. So you're going to write 2. You want some for
Yeah, please.
Yeah. You're going to write a 2, and then you're going to write an open absolute value, right? Capital absolute value. Thank you, Sonia. A 2, and then open cap A, which is your A1. That's the reason why you chose 2, because it's your A1.
Hang on, putting this wiki stick down.
Okay. And then you're going to write your minor of A1, which is 5, negative 4 across the first row, right? And then
9, 0.
And then your capital absolute close. And then 9, 0. You're right. Are you doing this on your Braille note, Carly, or on Braille paper?
I was looking at, yeah.
Okay.
So write 2, open, absolute.
Open absolute 5,
comma,
negative
negative
4. Not commas. No commas in matrix end. It's a waste. Waste of valuable space. And then capital absolute close, and then new row. And just past the 2, you're going to do, you got to give yourself a space. You're going to do a capital absolute open, 9, 0, capital absolute close. All right. Then you're going to do,
concept for wiki sticks.
then you're going to scroll back up, right, to the row, because you got to do a minus. Scroll back, so back
First
up
row?
1.
Hey, you never have to move your first row wiki stick. Oh.
Yep, you just call them because you're always getting rid of that
This
first
is
row.
weird.
This is weird.
So the columns going up and down.
Look, I made a candy
Yes,
cane.
columns go up and down.
A Sharpie cane?
All right, so we're going to minus now our second element of the first row, our B1. What is that? What number is that?
9.
A 6.
7.
It's a 6. Oh, first row.
You might need to pick up your thing.
You got to lift up your wiki stick and look underneath.
Oh, I
What is your second element of your first row? It's a 7.
I don't see so.
Email.
Under your wiki stick, what is your first row?
Oh, 2, 7, oh.
There we go. 2, 7, and negative 3. So you're going to minus a 7, scaling the determinant of the minor of 7. So now you have to put a wiki over the second column. You move your wiki stick over one column.
The first one.
So it's going to be
And you're going to have your minor of B1, which is what is left. Negative 1 and negative 4 would be across the first row.
and 2
And
3.
nope, 6 and 0.
Oh, I see. Wait.
Okay, do you see?
Yep,
You got to
I
put,
see it.
there you go. So that's the minor of the B1 element.
Negative 1, negative 4, 6, 0.
Right. So you're going to have negative 7 times, so capital
So-
absolute open, negative 1, negative 4, capital absolute close, new row, got a space over, right? So you should use your I call it the scroll, use your turning, up and down knob to go underneath, because you got to line them up underneath.
So minus negative 7.
Minus 7. It's not a negative 7 in your original determinant. It's just a 7. It's minus 7. And then it's on the outside of your open absolute value.
Capital sign.
Capital open. Negative 1, negative 4, capital close absolute value. And then scroll down and put another capital open absolute value underneath the top one. And then your next row is your 6, 0, isn't it?
Mhm.
That's what's left. And then absolute value close. Okay. Now you're going to go scroll back up and you're going to put a plus,
Wait,
right?
wait,
It's the
JJ.
last one.
It's the last
I
one.
did. I wrote the I thought you meant write the matrix like 5, -4, 9, 0, -7 open, -1, -4, 6, 0.
Look in your book. There's an example down below. It shows determinant of the 3 by 3 equals 2, open, 5, -4, close, down one row, 9, 0, open, 9, 0, close. Then it does minus, and then the scalar 7 times the minor of 7, open and close, -1, -4, 6, 0. See that?
Yeah. Oh, so you have to write that below it.
Yeah.
Oh, monkey.
You got to make your determinant look like a determinant.
Monkey's butt.
All right.
But just run the example.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, they're all on top of each other?
they're it's just kind of weird how it's ordered. So we got the 2 times the minor,
Mm-hmm. Minus the
negative
7.
7. Yeah.
Minus 7 times the minor.
Minus
Plus
3 times. It's
Negative
really minus because -3 is already minus, so we
Right.
just put it as minus. But that all fits on one row of a braille.
Oh, I see what they did. I'm looking at the top of Erica's now.
They
They crammed them in.
so it really does fit on one braille line if you write it.
Yep,
well.
it does. Let's try it, because it seems as if it does, and that's better.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
All right.
I still have like
So,
2 spaces
so
left.
plus, so now you're going to move your wiki stick over one column, right? So one more column over, because now we're doing our C.
Which
One.
is 5, -4, 9.
So what is our C? What is our scalar? What is our C1? -3, right?
And then it's 2,
And then what's its determinant?
2, 7.
No. If you cover up the first row and the first column, what is left?
Oh.
-1, 5, 6, and 9.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
-1, 5, 6, and 9. So you're going to do plus a -3, determinant open, -1, 5, determinant close. Then go down a row just below that, determinant open.
Hang on, class. Wait for me. I'm trying to figure out where I am here. Plus determinant open.
6, 9, determinant close. All right.
Someone who's telling me
What's that?
Wax and string.
String dipped in wax. Yeah. All right. So now we have to do the math. You have to do the determinant of each of your 2 by 2s, your minors, and then multiply it by the scalar. So let's go back to the first one. It says 2 times the determinant of 5, -4, 9, 0. So what is the determinant of 5, -4, 9, 0? Do the
It's gonna be
determinant first. What is
0.
5? What is the determinant of 5, -4, 9, 0? What is 5 times 0?
Nothing.
Nothing. Minus -4 times 9.
That was him. 32.
36.
36.
Not -36. 36, because it's 0 minus a -36. See where it'll throw you off if you're not careful? All right, so we have 2 times 36. What does that equal?
What? Isn't it -36?
No. It is 0 minus a -36.
Oh well, yeah. If you really put that sign back, or if you threw the minus, and it's plus, yes.
Yeah.
That part's correct.
And it better be. you use negative 36, you are in the wrong land.
Well, the answer is negative 36, but the minus is with it, so it didn't work.
Right.
Correct.
Well, you
The
asked them
determinant.
like 4 times negative 9 because they said negative 36, and so that's why.
Negative. What did I ask?
You asked
Yeah.
them 4 times negative 9 was.
Yeah.
And then they said negative 36, and then you
Oh.
thought they were talking about the answer.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
happened.
I'm sorry. 0 minus negative 36. I should just shut up. You should just tell me what the determinant is of this. What is the determinant of 5, negative 4, 9, 0? No.
No, positive.
36. What is 2 times 36?
72.
72.
Write that down.
Please write that down.
72.
72.
All right. Now put a minus after that.
Oh. So this is one long.
Now,
Yes. One long
what
heading.
is 7 times the determinant of negative 1, negative 4, 6, 0? What is the determinant of your 2 by 2? Negative 1, negative 4, 0, 6, 0.
Negative 1,
Negative 4.
3, 0, it's 3.
0 and 24. Isn't that what it is?
0
A
minus
negative 24.
a negative 24.
24.
It's just
24. What is 7 times 24?
7 times 2 is 3.
Well, 7 times
Or you can do Canaan as
2
well.
is 14, so you know it's above
Christianity,
140.
yes, Palestine.
And then 7 times
You can say Bible
4
whatever you want
is, I don't know what 7 times 4.
Baker
28.
says 168.
So 160.
So you have 72 minus 168.
Oh, oh man.
All right.
Oh no.
All right. Then we've. All right. You can either put a plus or a minus. Song noticed that it was plus a negative 3. It could just be a minus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So just minus it.
Minus it. Yep. Because what's plus a negative? Minus. Right. You could say minus
As
after it.
minus and negative is plus.
Right? Okay. But we might change it to a plus. Who knows? All right. What is the determinant of negative 1, 5, 6, 9?
Negative 9
Oh,
and negative 30?
Yeah.
Negative 9 minus 30. Okay.
Negative 39.
Negative 39. What is negative 3 times negative 39?
So,
I think it's 117.
Yep. Positive.
Yes.
Positive 117. So now our minus changed back to a positive, didn't it? Yeah. So it should be 72 minus 168 plus 117.
Well, we know it's going to end in a negative.
how
Are
much
you
do you want to
absolutely
bet on it?
positive?
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet?
Wait, never
72
mind.
minus
It's gonna be a positive.
168 plus
I misread my
117.
numbers.
Are you positive that it's a negative?
Are you negative? It's positive.
That doesn't work, sorry.
You don't work.
Oh, never mind.
Thought it was going to be interesting.
Your head doesn't work.
Negative 94 plus negative 17, that is negative. It's
Positive.
positive 23, I think.
Wait, I can tell you the answer. Positive 21.
Oh, it was so close!
Yes, your book did do that for you.
But I didn't do it with my book.
I know.
You know, I don't know why it's positive, because it shouldn't really be positive.
Yeah, it should.
It's
Because negative 168 plus 117 is negative 151 plus 72.
What?
Whoa.
Negative 168 plus 117?
Yeah, doesn't that equal... Oh, you know what I did? I think I forgot to get rid of that 1, so it's 50, negative 51. And then you subtract 72. I see. I forgot to get rid of that 1. So silly. Let me get rid of that 1.
It is 11:15. All right. So what did we end up with? 21.
21.
Smash your hand, dude.
I did.
man.
It's an early
All right.
release today.
That's
Shoot.
a lot of work for
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Let's go do another one.
JJ, I have a request. I don't know
That hurt.
11's fun because of the.
Do 11?
I think so.
You want me to do 11? Or no, number 10 has zeros in it. You want me to do 10? Yeah, all right. Turn to page 186 and find number 10. It's probably going to be 186 straight up.
I heard it a lot.
Could be a page break on 185.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
I stand by.
Wait.
They has an earlier.
Get your wiki stick available. When do you have to leave?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, it's on D185.
B185, D185?
Yeah, D.
D185 page break 186.
It equals negative 28.
Chill out, Tanner. We have to carefully do this. We don't have to. You can keep moving forward if you'd like, but please don't blurt out the answers.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we have 0, negative 4, 0, 3, negative 2, 5, and 2, negative 1, 1. We want to find the determinant of your 3 by 3. Use your stick and cover up your first row and your first column. Now, do we really care? What is your minor of the first element?
Negative 2, 5, and negative 1.
1, 1. But what is your first element?
0, so it doesn't matter.
So do we really need to write it down? Because what's our answer going to be?
0.
Yay! Okay, so we know the first one's going to be a 0, so we're just not even going to worry about that. All right, what is your second element of your first row? Your B2.
That's negative 2.
Oops, careful. Your
B2.
B2, your second element of your first row.
Oh, that would be
It's under your wiki.
3.
Nope.
Negative 4.
Negative 4. It's under your wiki. You got to look at your first row. A1 is 0. B2 is negative 4. C3 is 0.
Yeah.
Or C, yeah. Sorry. You say A1, B1, C1. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were meaning
I know.
B2.
I'm sorry. A1, B1, C1. There's all these sub numbers to keep track of. It is a nightmare. All right. I just try to remember each element of the first row, right? Okay. So the second element of our first row is negative 4, isn't it? So we do know we need to minus this, don't we? We have to minus a negative 4, which just means that it's positive, right?
0 plus.
All right. So 4. And what is our minor of that element?
3, 5, and 2,
2, 1. Good. All right. What is the determinant of that? 3, 5, 2, 1.
It's 3 and 10.
But what do you do with it?
You gotta make it a negative.
Negative 7. What is negative 7 times 4?
Negative 24. No, positive.
Negative 28. Isn't it?
Negative 28.
That's the answer for the entire.
It
Yeah,
is the answer for
that
the
would
entire
have to be.
matrix. The determinant for
The
the
third determinant
because-
is 0.
because the C1 is 0, right?
Yeah.
So that was very simple, wasn't it? All we had to do was figure out that second element. Yay. We like zeros. What if 0 was all the way across the top? 0, 0, 0.
Yay.
0.
0!
I want to do that.
All right.
I want to see
one
zeros
like that.
all across
Let's
the
do
matrix.
one like that. Yeah. All right. Here, let's do number 11. So we need to find the determinant of 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, and 1, 2, 8. Now we
Not
gotta
so easy now.
do the whole shebang.
No.
Don't you dare go there. Don't.
Choose how.
2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, 1, 2, 8. So you want to put your wiki stick
Wait, that's not right.
over that top row, right?
7 and 2, 8.
So what's your very first element? Your A1.
3.
No.
Yeah, it's
Your first element is a 2.
Oh, it is 2.
And what is it going to multiply? What determinant? What minor?
5, 7.
5, 7, and
2, 8.
2, 8. Okay, so you're going to write that out. 2, open determinant. 5,
Stand up.
7, close
Alright,
determinant.
I'm gonna leave the sticks on the table.
Next row, open determinant. 2, 8, close determinant. So that's our first one. Now, if you wanted to stop right there for a moment and figure that out, that might be a wise way of doing this. And then you could write that answer down below it, couldn't you? What is the determinant of the 5, 7, 2, 8, 2 by 2?
40 minus 14.
40 minus 14. Good, Erica. What is 40 minus 14?
That's 26.
26. Sounds good to me. So we have 2 times 26?
52.
52. Okay. We can write that down below, can't we?
Mm-hmm.
That just helps us out, doesn't it? We just did the math right there.
Vibration.
No idea about.
Like
a hurt.
That was the bag.
All right. Okay, we're going to minus, aren't we? Our next one, aren't we? What's our next element, our B1? The B1 is
That's 3.
3. All right, so 3 times the determinant of its minor. What's its minor?
Ow.
Good job, Angelica. 6, 7, and 1, 8. So minus 3, open determinant. 6, 7, close determinant. Next row down, open determinant. 1, 8, close determinant.
6, 7, 1.
All right. Shall we stop right there and just do that?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the determinant of 6, 7, 1, 8?
Let's see. 6 times 8 is 48.
48. Uh-huh.
Minus 7.
Minus 7 is,
That's 41.
and then we got to times that by 3. What's 3 times 41?
123.
123. So we got 52 minus 123. We might as well write that down below, right? Or in some little note area that we created. Okay. Good job so far. Saying it more for myself. Because I'm just as tedious for the teacher, too. All right. And now we're going to cover up that third column. And what is the element? What is the C1 element? 4. Okay. And what's the minor of the C1?
5.
Oops, careful. 6, 5, 1, and 2. You're covering up the third column, Cara.
Oh, I just realized that I can keep that.
All right, 6, 5, 1, 2. Okay. So you're going to have 4 open determinant, 6, 5 close determinant, new row right below it, open determinant, 1, 2 close determinant. What's the determinant of 6, 5, 1, 2?
12 minus 5.
Good. 12 minus 5 is?
That's 7.
7 times the scalar of 4? 28. So we plus 28. So we have 52 minus 123 plus 28. Oh.
It'd be easier if you guys add 52 to 28 and then get rid of that, because it makes an even number of 80.
All right, because it's a friend of 10, that's right. So it's 80. All right, so 80 minus 123.
804.
Yep.
Negative 43.
Yep.
I'm fine.
So what do we do with this number? I mean, what does this figure out for us?
So this is the determinant of 3. This is the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix of 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, 1, 2, 8. So this could be used for, one of the things you can use this for is finding areas of polygons.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to do that later. We're going to use this, and we're going to I just wanted to jump forward and practice this, but we're going to back up to a key concept on page 184 tomorrow, and we're going to find the area of a triangle.
Okay.
And we're going to use this strategy to do that, all right? Okay. But for now, we're just practicing it because we want to get good at this, right? So we got plenty of
Yes.
time. We're going to do one more. Oh. All right, let's do number 12.
None of those were negative, if you know. That was easy because there was no negative numbers.
Now we got some negative numbers, so we got to be careful, don't we?
Negative.
All right, so we have find the determinant of the matrix 1, 6, 4, negative 2, 3, 1, and 1, 6, 4.
Well, there's 1, 6, 4 in both rows.
Ah, interesting. Let's see what that might happen there, all right? All right. So our A1 is what? 1. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like 0. It's going to be a little bit easier to do, right? What is the minor of A1?
6? Well, the answer is 6.
1, 6, 4. All right. And what's the determinant of that?
12 minus 6.
12 minus 6 is? 1 times 6 is? 6. All right, good job. Okay, so write down 6 somewhere. Okay. Then we're going to minus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is our B1 element?
4.
Mm-mm.
Oh, 6.
6. All right, 6 times its minor. So cover up your first row, second column. What's the minor of B1?
2, 1, 1, 4.
Good. Negative 2, 1, 1, 4. What is the determinant of negative 2, 1, 4?
Negative 8.
Negative 8
Minus 2.
minus 1.
Oh.
What is negative 8 minus 1? Negative 8 minus 1.
Negative 9.
Negative 9. What is the negative 6 times negative 9?
Negative 15.
No, negative 6 times negative 9? Positive 54. So you have 6 plus 54. See how being really, really careful with those positives and negatives?
Yes.
Whew, you did it off once. You are lost in Numberland. Lost in Matrix land.
Woohoo!
All right, then we're going to add to it our C1 element times its minor, so 4. And what is the minor of the C1?
Negative 2, 3, 1, 6.
Negative 2, 3, 1, 6. Good. All right. What is the determinant of negative 2, 3, 1, 6?
Negative 12 minus 3,
Negative 12 minus 3.
which is negative 4.
Negative 15. What is 4 times negative 15?
Negative 60.
Negative 60. All right.
I know it equals.
What is 6 plus 54
It equals 0.
minus 60?
0.
0. Oh, yay. We got a 0. All right. You're doing good. You guys are doing good. What do you think, Miss SS? I think they're doing good. Okay, the granddaddy of them all for today, number 13. Lucky number 13. Holy mackerel, look at all these negatives. We got to be really careful, don't we?
Yeah.
We have negative 1, 4, 0. We got a 0 at least.
Yay.
3, negative 2, 5.
Negative 5.
Oh, see? I was seeing if you were paying attention. Good job. All right, and -3, -1, -2. Oh, you were paying attention. Good. You were paying attention. I was just checking. Good.
That first -1 is just gonna flip the sign after you get the minor finished.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's gonna be a plus.
So -1. What's our minor to the A1?
-2, -5, -1, and 2.
Good. -2, -5, -1, 2. What is the determinant of -2, -5, -1, 2?
-4
Uh-huh.
and 5.
-4 and 5. What is
-4
-4 minus 5?
-9.
-9. What is -1 times -9?
-9.
9. Okay.
Nine.
We got a 9. All right. And then we're going to minus what?
4.
4 times its minor, determinant of its minor. What's the determinant of the minor of 4?
3, -5, -3, 2.
Yeah, good. 3, -5, -3, 2. Okay, what is the determinant of 3, -5, -3, 2?
6 minus 15.
6 minus 15.
-9.
Because
-9. What is -4 times -9?
36.
Positive 36. Okay.
And
And then our
nothing.
third element is 0, so yay. What are we going to say? 0, right?
Nothing.
0. Okay, so
That's
what
what
is
36 is 45.
9 plus 36?
44.
Check it out. You guys just did that in like 2 minutes.
45.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, I think you got it.
42.
Letter T.
All right, you can chill for a little bit. Yeah, why don't you put your wiki sticks in your books and keep your place,
I don't
and we'll use them tomorrow because we're going to use them now. We're going to back up and go find the area of a triangle using a determinant method. All right.
No.
I need to talk to Adrian.
And
That's what you always say.
I do.
9 minutes. Good.
I can really kill 9 minutes on the phone. Trust me.
Do area
I'll be up there.
tomorrow. Practice that for a little bit, and then we'll dive into Kramer's rule tomorrow. And we're only doing example 1 and 2 in Kramer's rule. I like it. I like it. We'll practice that. We'll do identities and inverses,
Great.
and then we have to solve systems, right? So we're gonna finish before our break.
Yay. That's
Yeah.
very.
Maybe we need to use the calculators again.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need to bring the calculators out. You're right. We can use them for this stuff. Yep. We'll get through it and then we'll bring them out.
Okay. That's
Gotta be
fine.
able to do this.
Like Athens testing.
Yeah, we'll do it. You got to be able to do this stuff by hand, and then we'll start punching in the calculator.
You and your.
Oh, good. Hopefully that will make things a lot easier.
I know it would help if I put them all upside down, then it keeps the ink going down to them, doesn't it?
But then it's harder to see what color they are.
True. But it does keep the ink flowing.
You could also get the sort of like a mesh cups that